Hey everybody, today on Briscoe's Better Boating, we're going to talk about docking in a situation that's really tight and you get a lot of motors. So if you look down behind me here, we're at Freedom Boat Club over in Winter Haven, and I'm actually a captain out here. So I'm teaching this all the time on people how to get in these slips. You have a bunch of motors sticking out here. You've got a very narrow waterway. Today it's calm, but a lot of times we have wind to deal with. I'm going to talk about what happens when you have current to deal with, and we're going to go through a bunch of different situations. So the first thing I want to show you is when you're coming in by the back of these motors, you want to stay center of the canal. So I'm going to take the center. At the very end, I've got some banana trees, and I can kind of aim the bow of the boat at those. The first thing I want you to learn how to do is how to stop the boat in a canal. So if I'm in forward and I'm just idling along here, I want to click it to neutral, and then I'm going to put it in reverse just in gear. Now if you move the camera to the right, and you look to the right, when the boat stops moving by the objects, I'm going to hit neutral. So right there, I stop moving, I'm going to hit neutral, and now the boat is locked into a solid position. Now, if I have a wind right now and the boat starts drifting, wherever I want the back of the boat to go, I'm going to move my hand that way. So right now, I'm slightly kinked to the right, not too much, but I'm slightly kinked to the right. So I want the back of the boat to go this way. So I'm going to move my hand that way. Okay, I'm going to touch reverse and neutral. Touch reverse and neutral. And if you look, the bow of the boat starts coming around. Okay, and it's holding me in one spot. So if I was in a situation that I was in a canal, or maybe I'm waiting for another boat to go, I can do this exact thing. I can keep the boat motor turned all the way. If I go too far, I can touch it back forward. Touch neutral. Touch neutral. And that'll bring the boat back to the right. If I go too far for the right, I bring it back. Back, neutral. Back, neutral. And if you look back at the motor, you can see the motor's cranked all the way to one side. So whichever direction I turn, if I go forward, neutral, my bow of the boat's going to go to the right. If I go reverse and neutral, the bow of the boat's going to go to the left. So that's how you hold your boat in the middle of a canal. If you're waiting for another boat to dock, or you're waiting for somebody to pull out, or maybe you're in a canal and the boats all stop in front of you, that's a great trick to learn how to stop in the middle of the canal. So now let's go into docking into the slip. I've got the boat in gear, just in idle, and I'm going to steer it right to my middle of my canal. I'm going to look at the slip. So let's pan the camera to the slip that I'm going to go into, and I'm going to count back 3 slips. So where this pontoon boat is, when I pass this pontoon boat, I'm going to turn my boat all the way to the right. I'm going to wait for the boat to start to swing and then hit neutral. I'm going to let the boat drift, and if we look at the slip that I'm going into right now, I'm just going to let the boat sit here and drift. Straighten my engine back out, and now I'm just going to touch forward and neutral. Touch forward and neutral. Touch forward and neutral. And just in and out, okay? Once I start getting in the post, I'm going to hit reverse, and again, look to my right until the boat stops. When the boat stops, I hit neutral, and now I can either grab onto this pole, or I can grab onto the front. The key is never reach for anything to stop the boat until you physically stop it yourself as the captain. There's no reason that you can't stop the boat before anybody grabs. If people do grab while the boat's moving, you get a chance of a splinter, breaking a finger, maybe getting crunched in between the boat and the pole. So as a captain, don't let anybody reach outside that boat until you can stop it yourself. So the last docking was pretty easy. We came right in the slip and everything looked good. But let's say we blow it. Let's say we go too far and I get myself in a position where I've missed the slip. Okay, I'm in gear right now. I want to be in this slip over here, but I'm in front of this boat. So the first thing you want to do is stop your boat. So I'm going to put it in reverse until my boat stops. Now I'm going to analyze what I want. Right now, I got to get the nose of my boat over there. So I'm going to steer that way first, just to move a little bit forward and neutral. A little bit forward and neutral. Okay, I'm in and out of gear here. Now I want the back of the boat to go that way so I can bring the bow over here. So I'm going to turn the wheel that way because I want the back of the boat to go that way. I'm going to touch reverse, neutral. Touch reverse, neutral. Okay, back and forth. The reason I'm touching in neutral is so that I don't back into the woods over here, all right? Don't back all the way across. I want to turn in my one spot. So back in neutral, back in neutral. Now I'm far enough away that I can try to get myself over to that post. So I'm going to go forward again. And again, I'm going to feather it. Forward and neutral. What forward and neutral does is slow everything down so that you're not ramming into anything. Forward and neutral. And you can see I'm just aiming right to the post I'm trying to get to. Clearing the back of the boat to my left. And now I'm going to straighten myself out. I want the back of the boat that way. So I'm going to go reverse and neutral. Reverse, neutral. Reverse, neutral. And as you watch the bow of the boat, it's straightening right back out with my slip. Reverse and neutral. Reverse and neutral. Now I'm going to straighten my wheel out. Look at my motor to make sure it's straight. And now I'm going to feather it back into the slip. So no matter what position you're in, or if you blow it or not, the key is to stop your boat, analyze what you need. If you need the back of the boat to go a certain direction, which is the deep water, then you move your hand that way, reverse and neutral. So right now I'm drifting in. I'm going to stop myself at this post with my throttle, in reverse. I watch until the boat stops, neutral, and now I can safely grab my post. I hope this helps you guys. Remember, Briscoe's Better Boating, we need likes. So we need you to follow, we need you to share, and we need you to tell your friends about this, and we'll keep these videos going. I hope that helps you. See you next time on Briscoe's Better Boating.